So I want to propose these 5 elements of reflective writing, and I'm not sure about them. They might change as we go along. You know how I like to build on things. But I think that reflective writing requires some kind of description of the thing that we're reflecting on. Okay. I think that it requires some kind of analysis. I think some kind of interpretation of what we've seen and analyzed, some kind of evaluation, um, and then some kind of personal response where we're almost summarizing our final stance on it. Okay. So, for instance, if I were to do some kind of descriptive writing, not descriptive writing, reflective writing on, let's think, um, just trying to think of an example. Let's think about a personal experience. Okay. So, last year I adopted 3 children. Okay. Um, at first, it was going to be that I was just going to help with some practical things, but it seems I have pretty much just become their father. Okay? Or their parent. Let's go with parent. Now, that would fall into the realm of description. Okay? Now, from there, we go on to analyze. Okay? So, taking in these children was rewarding and challenging because it has made me realize how much capacity I have for love and taking care of other people and just putting myself aside. And it has also made me realize how demanding it is to have 5 children. And so I really enjoy spending time with the children, but I do miss being alone. I do miss spending time on my own. Okay. So I am struggling with the emotional toll that it takes on me to be dealing with 3 abused children. Now I've moved from description to analysis. Now let's move into interpretation. So this experience has really helped me uncover my values, and it has forced me to question my values so that I don't react, but I rather act according to what I believe to be right. Um, I taking in the children, there have been many times where the opportunity has arisen for me to nope out and say, I can't do this anymore. But when I lean on my values, when I leaned on my values, I could kind of stand firm in my values and continue, even though it was difficult. Okay. And this interplay between the reward and the challenge is what made this possible, because the challenge was also the reward. The fact that I am sure that I am making a positive difference in their lives makes up for the frustration that I feel when they are triggered and misbehaving. So, this has inspired me to one day open a children's and women's shelter for abused children and women. I thought this would be earlier on in my life, maybe last year, but honestly, it is really, really rough dealing with the emotional toll that this is taking on me, and on my whole family. Okay, so now there are 5 steps there. I started with I started with my description, moved to my analysis, then to my interpretation, my evaluation, and then my personal response. You see that? Okay. I want you to create something. This is different to what we would do in our exams, but I feel like this is very much a basic foundation for reflective writing. And you can't do a reflective commentary if you don't know what reflective writing is. So I want you to write your own reflective piece about literally anything. Okay. So it could be some kind of reflective writing on a school project or some personal experience or some learning experience you've had.